all of a sudden now you just added a music element to your first deployment. So tell our viewers again where you were first deployed, and then I'm going to jump into the music and we'll mix in Army and music.
Okay. My first duty assignment after the School of Music was at the Fort Sam Houston in San Antonio, Texas.
Now, how did you connect with the military and music? Like, was that your sort of goal or angle or fallback option sort of thing?
Well, I still had to audition just like any musician does. So you have to know scales, you have to know theory, a bunch of music stuff. And luckily, I was able to do it right out of high school. I didn't have any kind of college degree or anything. I did it from just everything I knew in high school.
So, did that mean you were accepted into the band of the military, or
Right.
what happened? Yeah, that's what happened, right?
hmm
And what
Yeah.
instrument?
Bass guitar.
Basic guitar. So
Mhm.
delete not yeah, just okay. So take us through a little bit of the band practice. So now you're on the team. Now you're a member of the military band. Take us through like a sort of day-to-day operation of what you guys would do, mixing music and military.
hmm Well, our main mission is still, besides music, is a lot of people think, oh, the band just plays, but the band's secondary mission is actually MP work. Just like the MPs, we provide what we call the top defense, where we're the guards for like the general area, where all the generals and all the high officers come in and out and do all their planning. So that's basically any of the bandmen's their second job in the military is to be MPs, and so they guard all
Oh,
that stuff.
so are MPs like the guys that you see with the bands on their arms?
In the old days,
The
yes.
old days, right? In the
Yeah.
old days, right?
hmm
Really? That's interesting. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. Wow. And was it I mean, obviously you made the team, so it couldn't have been that hard for you because you made the team, right?
It just depends if you pass the audition to become in the military band. But you still have to do all your soldier work just like any other soldier does. You still got to qualify on grenades. You got to qualify for rifle. You got to do your NBC, nuclear biological hazard masks, all that stuff, all the mop suits, as we call it, where you get in the outfit with the mask on in case there's ever an environment you can't breathe in, that kind of stuff.
So you do
So
kind of double duty a little bit. You're a band member and you're a soldier. So wow, your plate must have been pretty full
Oh yeah. So we would have army training and then we'd have music training. That's our basic days each day.
every day.
Right.
Every day. So tell me regarding the band now. So after, I mean, like you say, you practice every day, and tell us some of the type of events that you guys are featured at, or because I'm sure it's very inspirational too, right?
hmm
I can
Uh,
see that.
a lot of the times it would be what we call COCs or change of commands, like when some officer is leaving and the new officer is taking his place. So they get all the troops on a big parade field and the band plays music in the background while all the troops do what we call a pass and review. And that's where all the troops walk in front of the new people and give them their eyes right and salute them and stuff. And then they keep going, like you see it in some of the movies and things. That's pretty much what I would say 50% of our time is doing military type ceremonies. And then
Okay.
the rest is community relations. We'd go out and play in the public, go to high schools or elementary schools, middle schools, play, just show them what the band's like, what kind of music we can play. And that's pretty much it.
How many members in the band?
When I was in, we had about 45 to 50 members in. Now they've kind of shrunk it down even more for budget cuts and things like that.
But and there's probably a vast array of instruments, right, on the team.
Right. Now they make them by groups. They have like a rock group, they have like a country group, they have a salsa group. So it just depends on what's kind of popular in that band's area, and that's what they'll make a group for.
Would you guys compete against other bases at all ever?
Not compete per se, but we would do sometimes joint exercises where another band would come in and we'd have like a big concert. Sometimes we would also partner with San Antonio has an Air Force band and an Army band, and we'd put on a big like military concert for Memorial Day and stuff like that.
Did they ever get you guys to come out to sporting events? You know, the way they always have the military at halftime or to start the game off or something like that.
When I was there the first time, we actually played for one of the World Cup games back in the
Really?
early '90s when it was here in the States.
That's great. Wow, this is
Mhm.
very interesting. I'm learning a lot that I wouldn't know at all since I'm a civilian. This is inside baseball to me. So stay tuned because when we come back, I want to flip it again and then we're going to talk about your music.
Okay.
On the show today, we have Army Sergeant, U.S. Army Sergeant and musician and disabled veteran, Dan White. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.